ADHD. A lot of children suffer from this disorder, but unknowing to their parents, they feel that the child is just possibly stubborn, that there is something wrong with the child, that the child is not a good child, I would say. But that is not the case. Now, this is a developmental condition that children mostly under 7 years old, that is when you start seeing the symptoms. That is where you start knowing that possibly this child might be suffering from this disorder. You see a child that doesn't pay attention to anything you say, they don't retain information, they are not good in following instructions, and they have anger issues. As little as they are angry. They are with their mates and they are fighting them. They see all things as boring. They just have to move. Some of them taps their hand. They are sitting down. They are tapping their hand. They want to touch something. Their legs are shaking. And the funny part is this: someone experiencing this thing can experience it the rest of their lives. Now, is there a definite cure for it? For now, there is no definite cure for it. But the good news is that it can be managed. People get help by going to psychological counseling, going through different kind of therapy, talk therapy, and so on and so forth. And people also take medications for this, depending on how severe. When you don't have the means to get the help that you need, then you have to be patient with the child first of all. Patient. You're shouting or beckoning on the child doesn't change the thing going on in his brain. It doesn't. Now, you have to be patient first of all. Then you have to go into talk therapy with the child. The child likes to play, you can engage them in some play stuff. You can buy some building blocks, they're working on it, you're talking with the child. Oh, how do you feel about this? What do you do? Okay. While the child is sitting down, we're engaging with maybe talking or something. You yourself know that for you to bring the child to a point that it's manageable at that moment is for you to be engaged in that activity with the child. You have to be there. So for you to drag your child out from that pit at that moment, you have to be there with the child. So the child is on the floor playing. Why not join the child playing on the floor? From there you can then say, okay, let's sit down here. Okay, it's difficult to do than I'm saying it. It's easier for us to talk than for us to do the action. But you have to try. You have to put in some kind of work. It's not easy, but you have to try. So when your child is experiencing this, don't say that the child is a baby, 4 years old, is a child. No, there are some personalities that are formed already in the child at that age. Seek help. Seek help before it goes out of hand. Seek help before something bad is done. Seek help before this pattern of life becomes more dominant and preventing the child from having a very peaceful and normal life. Seek help to avoid your child from being a toxic person in the society.